I was lying there, certain that relief was seconds away. The epidural had just gone in, and everyone in the room told me the hardest part was over. But then, a contraction hit, sharp, intense, as if nothing had ever been done. My heart raced. I panicked. Was something wrong? Did they miss? Did I fail? Have you ever imagined what you'd do if your epidural didn't work during labor? I didn't either. In today's video, I'm sharing the truth no one warned me about. And what I learned afterward didn't just surprise me, it completely changed my perspective on childbirth. Stick around, because knowing this ahead of time could make all the difference for you too. I was sure the pain would stop. The epidural was already in. But then, a contraction hit. Raw, intense, like nothing had ever been done. Have you ever wondered if pain relief can actually fail during labor? Today, I'm sharing what no one ever warned me about. And what I discovered afterward might change how you see birth completely. What is epidural analgesia? Epidural analgesia is the most common form of pain relief in US hospitals. A tiny catheter is placed in your lower back, numbing everything from the waist down. And when it works, it really works. You can breathe. You can rest. Some women say it turned their trauma into peace. But what most people don't say out loud is that sometimes it doesn't work at all. When the epidural fails, in my case, everything seemed to go according to plan. The anesthesiologist came in, I felt the usual numbness, and I thought I was safe. But just minutes later, the pain was back. I thought something was wrong with me. Later, I found out that, according to the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, the epidural can fail in up to 10% of cases. Sometimes it only works on one side. Sometimes, not at all. And the hardest part? In that moment, nobody really tells you what's going on. Why it can fail. There are many reasons an epidural might not work as expected. The needle might miss the ideal spot by just a few millimeters. Your body might react differently than most. If you're already too far along in labor, that can also affect how well it works. And sometimes the baby's position makes everything more complicated. Yes, this can happen even in modern, well-equipped hospitals. And the hardest part? In that moment, nobody really tells you what's going on. What I wish I knew before. If someone had told me this before, I could have faced it differently. The epidural isn't a guarantee, it's an option. And just like any option, it needs a plan B. You can talk to your OB about other ways to cope with pain. Hot showers, breathing techniques, movement, massage. Because when you know, you're not scared, you're prepared. What I'd do differently now. If I could go back, I'd have made a birth plan that included more than just the ideal version. I would have asked more questions. I would have said, what if it doesn't work? And most of all, I wouldn't blame myself. Because none of this was my fault. If you are preparing for birth, please know this. Knowledge won't take away the pain, but it gives you power. And power in labor is everything. Other pain relief options. You should know when my epidural started to wear off, I remember thinking, what now? Is there anything else? I had no idea that there were other types of pain relief used during labor. For example, some hospitals in the US offer nitrous oxide, a gas you inhale through a mask during contractions. It doesn't erase the pain, but it helps you relax, and it puts the control in your hands. Then there are intravenous medications like fentanyl or Nubain. They are not as strong as an epidural, but they can take the edge off, especially early in labor. You might also hear about the spinal block, a faster one-time injection, or even a combined spinal epidural, which gives you quick relief and a steady flow of medication. None of these are perfect, but knowing they exist and discussing them in advance with your OB can make a huge difference. Because when something doesn't go according to plan, you won't panic. You'll pivot with confidence. And in labor, confidence is a kind of safety. If this video helped you feel even a little more prepared, give it a like. Drop a comment below telling us what you wish you had known sooner. And please, share this with another mama who might need it. We'll be right here every week, helping you feel stronger, more informed, and never alone.